in the marketing servicing course, we have to make a video on service marketing sector, and for this we have chosen our beloved East West University Library, and here we are to cover all the sectors that the service provided by the library section and the opportunity a student get from it and the kind of activity it has. So in our video we will totally cover these things, and here we go, and we have to be
in this section we are going to describe the three major part of our library, that is accusation, circulation, and another department is newspaper and journal department. So first, in accusation section, the library authority first take order of book from students and teachers, then they place order to the vendors through tenders, and when the book arrive at the library, then the circulation department start their work. They arrange the book in different shelves through their unique number. And the last section, which is journal and newspaper, they have some specific special journals which are very useful to students, and they also have some newspaper, like different newspapers, leading newspapers of Bangladesh, like Prothom Alo, Daily Star, and they have it, so the students can read those newspapers in their leisure time from that department.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarkar, and now I'm going to show you about the information desk of our library. This is the information desk, and from this desk, students basically know about all kinds of information about the library. And this is the front desk. From front desk, students basically check in and check out the books and be using the barcode system. Here you can see we have a serial number. According to this serial number, basically all books are arranged, and here we have the barcode and the unique code. This is the barcode and this is the unique number. So this barcode and unique number helps the students to check in and check out the books. And students in our library also have a virtual online reference service which is called Zoho, and from that website students can know which books is available in our library or not from their home. So this is one of the best service.
EWUBD Digital Library is the first digital library in Bangladesh using Greenstone Digital Library software system, and this consists of different news clips and audio, video, images, reports, journal, etc. And Library has EWUBD Library subscribes world's renowned e-resources, and which is accessible usually from its premise. EWUBD Library has a reference section, and we can get different types of latest journals, economical data, statistical data from there. And EWUBD Library assists its user to organize, reference, and generate reference resources in multiple formats through its Zoreto and reference management software.
here we comes to our reserve section, and the basic difference between the reserve section and reference section is you can borrow from the reference section, but you can't borrow book from the reference section. The thing that you can only do is you can just read the book and take photocopies, that's all. And here we go, and this is our reserve section.
So here is the news section in our library. This usually what happens in our library. There are some traditional books. There are some traditional books like study books, study materials. But beside those books, East West University Library has some other books. For example, we have Mohan Ekushe Jayanti Grantho, Nojrul Rochona Boli. Here we can see that. These types of books we can also get here. The number of these types of books are really very small, and there are less readers for work together to encourage students to read these books also. So this is the Muktijuddha corner. You can see here students can read the books on liberation world. Here also have some series on liberation world, and the seating arrangement you can see that is awesome. They give some colors of red and green. The whole flavor is giving the feel of our liberation world 1971.
So here we are in the newspaper and journal section of East West University Library, and here we can get the yearly, monthly or quarterly newspapers and journals from all over the world. And people, if students are interested enough to know about the outside of the world, the resources this section get is enough for them, I think. This is the Bengal Foundation corner, and that is the United Nations reference corner, where you can get magazines and newspapers from all over the world that get published in daily, in a monthly basis or yearly basis. And those are the newspapers that you can see. And if you want to read it, you can read it. If you want to check the previous one, that service also available there. And if you need to do some photocopies from those copies, all you need to do is you have to submit your ID card to that section, and you can photocopy that newspaper or magazine and return to this section. So that's how the newspaper and journal section works, and that's all. So you are a student of East West University, EWUBD.
Yes.
And it's quite unusual that after second week you are in a library.
Okay.
So I think the library environment is quite interest to you, and all I want to know is how do you feel about the total service that is delivered from the East West University Library section?
আমাদের লাইব্রেরিটা আসলে অনেক চমৎকার বলতে গেলে। এখানে আমি এসে খুব কমফোর্ট ফিল করি। যখন আমি ফ্রি সময় পাই আমি এখানে এসে টাইম স্পেন্ড করি, আমার হোমওয়ার্কগুলি টাস্কগুলি দেখি, এই টাইপের। এখানে বলতে গেলে বিভিন্ন মোটামুটি প্রায় সব ধরনের বই পাওয়া যায়। বই থেকে সার্ভিস অনেক ভালো।
Do you feel anything uncomfortable or anything dislike that this part is not actually okay with you? Is there any such kind of part?
যখন আমাদের পরীক্ষা চলতে থাকে, সাম মিড বা ফাইনাল যখন চলতে থাকে, তখন দেখা যায় কি আমাদের পর্যাপ্ত স্পেস নাই আমাদের এখানে। সেই জন্য কি হচ্ছে, আমরা এই যে রিজার্ভ সেকশনে এসে আমাদের পড়তে হচ্ছে। প্রায় সময় সিট পাওয়া যায় না। আর বলতে গেলে এটাই, আর আমার কাছে তেমন কোনো প্রবলেম মনে হচ্ছে না।
Okay. What is your name?
মোহাম্মদ ইমতিয়াজ করিম।
Okay, Imtiaz, we are very delighted to have your interview with you, and we will try to reach your information to the appropriate section. And thank you. It comes in the interview section of the student of EWUBD Library, and we want to know about the feeling, what they feel about the total service quality from the EWUBD Library section. And first of all, I am going to you that how do you feel about the service, total service related to the EWUBD Library?
ওকে, আমাদের লাইব্রেরিটা অনেক কমফোর্টেবল অ্যান্ড এখানে সাফিসিয়েন্ট বুকস পাওয়া যায় আমাদের স্টাডির সব। কিন্তু এখানে যদি আর একটু বেশি ফ্যাসিলিটিস থাকতো, লাইক যদি আদার্স বুক থাকতো, তাহলে হয়তো আমাদের জন্য আরও বেশি হেল্পফুল হতো। অ্যান্ড আর একটা প্রবলেম যেটা হচ্ছে ফেস করতে হয় আমাদের, আমরা বাইরের বুক নিয়ে আসতে পারি না লাইব্রেরিতে। যদি এই ফ্যাসিলিটিটা আমাদেরকে দেওয়া হতো তাহলে আই থিঙ্ক আমাদের জন্য বেটার হতো। কারণ আমাদের পড়ার জন্য যে আমরা নিজেদের বুকসগুলো যেভাবে ইউজ করি, লাইব্রেরির বুকগুলো ওইভাবে আমরা ইউজ করতে পারি না। তো তার কারণে আমাদেরকে যদি এই ফ্যাসিলিটিটা দেওয়া হতো তাহলে ভালো হতো। আদারওয়াইজ আমাদের লাইব্রেরিটা ভালো, সব ধরনের বুক পাওয়া যায় আমাদের স্টাডি রিলেটেড।
So this is the whole process through which East University Library provide their services, and though students have some complaints against those services sometimes, and some are very much satisfied, some are only satisfied, but East University Library section try their best to handle these things professionally and try to delight those students of the East University, and it's our expectation that the process will goes on, and East University Library will reach their top level through their service. That's all. Thanks for watching our video.